Obviously, a lot of you will know him. A lot of you will know that he likes his armored divisions. Mostly playing the Axis, like first Blindata, but sadly for him, also his opponents know that, so I don't think we will see a single Blindata game out of El Bowser this season, because it should be always banned. Like, if it's not banned, it would be quite surprising. Other than that, use the link in the chat, the Matcherino chat link. I messed up. Actually, that was the wrong link. I copied in and instead of pasted instead of copied earlier. Yeah, use the link in the chat. Use the code SDL5 to add 50 cents to the prize pool. Then just click on contribute and add 50 more cents to the prize pool of the season, Steel Division League Season 5. It will be paid out to one of the players. Give them a bit more to fight over. And yeah, if you other ways to contribute are the links here on the side. The other thing to shout out about is the Fantasy League. ! Fantasy gives you here contact Mr. Green HD with your picks. And then, yeah, either for your heroes that you pick. And let's go back into the game. El Bowser versus Oermen. As we are on Slutsk. And interesting divisions are at hand. On the right side, El Bowser is playing one of the most meta divisions in Steel Division history. One of the most stable meta divisions, that is. We have 3rd Guards Tank Corps, also known as 3rd OP. And it has been on the top of the food chain basically since launch of Steel Division 2. Also on the other side, we have a division that came a bit later in. It came with the finished DLC. And it has never seen the top play levels. This is 122nd. But it has good AT tab. And obviously that's important. It has good tools with the Pack 43 Krups to deal with these nasty IS-2s. And also quite a couple of good anti-tank guns, real Shermans, especially in open terrain. So we will see if Mr. Oermen can use that, but he might struggle because overall just the unit composition of 122nd is weaker than what we see with 3rd OP. Also, surprised to not see it banned. 3rd OP, that is, after 10 bans, 4 slots. I'm kinda surprised by that. Pioneer Führers coming up in the north. So do Grenadiers. So do Storm Pioneers. We got some MG 42s here as well. And here we go. I kept the mod on, so yeah. So that we all get a bit more impression. Is it obviously is a bit unusual when you play first with it, so I think first you just reject it by like it being different, and let's see how we feel all after like seeing a couple of games with Scout Spirits mod. With the visuals it delivers. Takaya and Puya, one of the advantages of 122nd, the double sniper team. Pretty nice to have. Grenadiers, a couple of Storm Pioneers, so a completely German infantry squad, which is interesting because you get a couple of Estonian units, I think, and or Latvian. I think Estonian units with the I forgot the name right now. And then also a couple of Finnish Pioneers. Pioneers engaging over here. You guys got their money back already though. With a kill over here. Unit. Pack 40 down the road, engaging an Amcha, but it is a 0-star Pack 40 versus a 2-star Amcha, which could actually already lead to the Pack 40 getting killed off over here. Which would be a bit unfortunate. Amcha now retreating, but it's being a 3-star Amcha right now. And yeah, the Sherman got the first shot and so on, so stressed out the Pack 40. So it wasn't able to hit at all. Yeah, Pack 40s on the road without veteran Cs are always a bit iffy in their impact on the game. Like, I rather don't play it like that. I understand it on this map, like the line of sights is just really, really nice. can bait you a bit into it, but oh my god. IL-2 now also getting double kill on 2 stacked Grenadiers. Not a good start here for Oermen. Not a good start. Storm Pioneers and Pioneers pushing in the north. Infantry of Oermen sitting in the buildings. 3Gs and Martyrs coming around as well. And here in the rear, a couple of tanker Senikis and BA-10s rolling in. Couple of half-tracks. But yeah, really surprised to not see the division banned. Like, sure, Bowser is not the guy to pick Soviets all that often, but if you leave him with third OP open, I guess he just grabs it. I would guess that Bowser was player 1 in this one, so he got the first pick, and then Oermen got a counter pick, because 122nd looks like a counter pick against third Guards Tank Corps, and obviously also third Guards Tank Corps looks like a division that you leave yourself open to pick them. But still rather surprising. Maybe Oermen just messed up there, or it's just him thinking they're not that strong anymore. I'm not quite sure. Pack 40 coming in. Go do some Grenadiers. And Pack 40 still being able to shoot. Not quite sure onto what. Yes, something up here is under fire. Yeah, the Maxim is under fire. But so are the Stokes by the 85mm AAPs. Amcha also being really annoying on this. And a lot of half tracks coming in the north. Pack 40 coming in there as well, but that's also not a good spot for Pack 40, is it? Like, I don't know if you want to have a Pack 40 up here in the forest fight. Doesn't really help you up against half tracks, and that's really, I think, the most annoying thing for Oermen's division in here. Dealing with half tracks. Like Shermans, Stokes, Myers, and Pack 40s are relatively effective against that, and also you can hope on your Panzer tracks maybe. And yeah, the Amcha over here gets gun jammed and so on, so that really doesn't feel like the issue. But half tracks, when they're just sitting all around the town, you can't deal with that with Stokes, because you don't want to send your Stokes into town fights, and they're really known for your infantry. So it feels really like the most annoying thing in this fight. And the half tracks coming in. And the Pack 40 is also not a good solution for it. It's kind of overkill against half tracks, and doesn't take that much more damage to kill. So Oermen is under pressure here. Losing 2 Stokes here as well. Martyrs don't want to really push into this. Don't deal much damage against the 85mm AAPs either. So I'm worried here for Oermen. I'm really kind of worried. But he might achieve a breakthrough in the south. First IS-2 comes around there though, which will be annoying. Tanka and Puya getting killed off by it. Panzerschreck is around. Could move in there in time to really get the kill. Nadia's getting pushed back by Grenadiers. But Martyr is getting killed off in the north. Panzer Grenadiers getting hit by 85mm as well. Tanko Deshan is pushing in. Will jump into the building here. Wait for the Molotov. Got its TNT out at least, so the Tanko might die. Nice micro there by Bowser, saving it from the TNT, and kills Pioneer Furrow, kills Grenadier. Next Grenadier goes down as well, and Oermen is under so much pressure in the north. Also more Stokes, but he's out of infantry at the front line. So this is really not good for him at all. BA-10's coming around, and yeah, the half tracks helped out immensely, pushing back the north. They helped out immensely. IS-2 coming around down here. Will open fire onto the Grenadiers. And the Sherman, so 2 leaders, Sherman leader and IS-2 leader. That might be him just being out of stuff, out of other tanks in A, because Obviously don't want to have 2 leader tanks at once. Want to have 1 leader buffing up the other unit. Because leaders don't buff each other up. Also a 3rd leader, what? I might have misbuilt the deck a bit there. We could send 3 leaders at the same time here. But yeah, the half-tracks are annoying in town. Only 1 Sherman remaining over here. On IL-2 coming in for a Bowser. Push in the south. The parries bring out the auto. Really? The 2-man leader coming in a half-track. Because half-tracks are a bit like too strong for their price at the moment. Like it's 10 points for 50 cal with armor is pretty neat. There should be a shift in something there. Like I don't know if we want to increase the price that much, because then it feels like you get really low on infantry, and if you buy for it, like buying a half-track for 15 points, but maybe nerf it in another way, in another meaningful way. The IS-2 stays a problem. Strook gets penetrated by Hamcha on 1000 meter range. Bit unlucky there for Oermen. More Sturmgrenadiers coming in here now for Oermen. That's the new card that got added to them in the 2nd Nemesis DLC, I think. I think that got added together with the 20th Panzer Grenadier and the Elephants and so on, and 10th Guards. But I'm not 100% sure, but it got added lately, that's for sure. Like, it got added with one of the latest DLC patches. Not sure if it was with the DLC release. IG-18 sitting around over here, trying to help out, killing off 85mm and so on. Hamcha now though, being around. Here come the Sturmgrenadiers. They were a slight buff through the vision, but after all, an MG44 unit is quite pricey, so it's not like it was an insane buff. 30 points for 10 MG44s though, and Panzerfaust is a solid price. And the availability is pretty fine as well, so yeah, I can see them being taken. Stokes moving around as well. Matcherino coming in. Oh, it's still only a 12-12. But quite a couple of Stokes went down now in the north as well, so yeah, Bowser playing a good defensive game there now. Trying to hold on to the flag over here. J-85 coming in, one of the other strengths of this division. One of the best planes in the game, because it's insanely good at strafing, and it also beats everything else in a 1v1 and head-on fight. So, if for example this IL-2 over there would now decide to go head-on, Oermen could get the victory there. A bit unlucky there on the turn, but I think should still get him. Ah, no! Yeah, J-75 messed up there. Didn't got itself into the right position to fire. That's unlucky, because usually IL-2s lose against the J-75s, but the IL-2 obviously fired quite a bit earlier, and so it got the kill first. And that means that the IL-2 gets a bombing run through, and that the J-87 will not return. So, another unfortunate loss there by Oermen. That will tilt the game a bit into favor of Bowser even more so. But yeah. I think we have seen Oermen playing this division quite often. I think it's one of his staples, but it's just not a good division. Like, overall for League. As I said, I see it, like, I see the idea of the counter pick here, but it's just a rough division to play in the current meta. Just doesn't really pan out. Even if it's supposed to be the counter pick with the Krups and so on. Like 40 coming to the front line. L2M. Getting hit by the flame blasters. The other L2 falling back now as well. MG42, hold on, keep on the fire. Matcherino getting pushed back. Stuck's helping out as well. And it stays at a 12-12. Another 37mm comes around. Stay around. Pack 40 and Pack 43. Here roll in the Amcha. The packs are not in position yet, so Bowser might be able to capture the flag over here. We are 12 minutes in now. As both sides are Vanguard, nobody will get the advantage that way at any point. Is the Pack 40 here under fire? No. Okay. But is it moving maybe a bit too far forward? Looks like it might get fired upon. Oh no. Not unloading. Okay, now it finally unloaded, but the MG still spotted it. Okay, it's all firing onto the MG42, but just for the second. Nice. Snipes the leader MG, so that's nice. Leader nice too though, still around. I guess it's not that big of a difference. Group over here though, in a really horrible line of sight. Gets the MG kill though. S2 has to fall back as well. Guardia. Oh no, MG over here under fire. Okay. That might be the end of the Sherman, yes. Look coming from the rear. 40 over here should go down. Troop will most likely survive this. Especially if the Stuck can help out. But not survive this. 2A1 gets killed off. But so does the group. Stuck 4 gets the kill onto the Tanker Saniki transport, but the Tanker Saniki just jump out in the last second. But Oermen was able to get back the northern town. So that's good. That is really good. But the south gets pushed heavily. And gets it. He needs something really cost efficient here. Oermen, that is. Use this transport over here. I don't know if Grenadiers with Panzerfaust are the really cost efficient unit that he needs right now. Yes, against a section with so many vehicles, that's okay still, but it's 150mm meter Panzerfaust are just not that amazing overall. So capturing the flag back down here, so it's only a 14-10 right now for Bowser, but yeah, let's see where it goes. Look, 4 gets sniped off. Oof. Pack 40 moving through the forest. You can see by the yellow background, by the green background. Overall, quite a bit fewer units in cover, like way less green than last game. Obviously, also the deaths on both sides are a bit higher than last game. Like the attrition warfare is just insane. Wouldn't be surprised if both sides had less than 750 points on the battlefield right now. These guys don't give each other anything for free. But Bowser looks like he's in a better position right now. He looks pretty strong right now. IL-2 coming around though. Will get the kill. No, will just not get the kill. Another IL-2 and might kill it though. Another one might be the death blow. 17-7 though now for Bowser in the south. He took so many flags here. Took the yeah, has the flag in the north. All of this makes it way harder for Oermen. Oermen's coming all around. IL-2 now flying in the skies. Half-track getting killed off in the north. I will have to change to a standing desk after this game because my circulatory system just says let's go into sleeping mode right now, and that's not good. That's not good. Krupp engages the IS-2. Looks like it will be able to get the kill there. Oh, no, IS-2 retreats. Got the penetration, but not the kill. 15-9. 16-8 now for Bowser, so can Oermen recover here? It looks tough. It looks really tough. 30-75 coming around. if he would have the other J87, would have killed one more IL-2, like the one that's right on the field right now. I feel like the answer would have been a quite straight yes, but now I'm not sure. Oh, there's just too much going on. For Bowser. J87 just finally killed one of the IL-2s, but dies right next to the next one. Oh boy. This is tough. This is a tough loss for Oermen. Now I agree with you. I'm found 1, 2, 3. Now I think it's really GG. J87D5 follows it to the south dome. Tries to get the shot down there onto the L2, but there's an AA piece, and that's an issue because now the L2 can come around and can get the kill there. Or to brings it back to 13-11, but with Bowser having control of the skies, the game gets way harder for Oermen. Guardias coming in. Getting hit by one with NG. And the Stoke over here. Tries to deal with... What exactly? What exactly side should I take? This... Or... Got the kill there. I'm not sure. L2 in the rear. P2 coming in as well. All the good stuff. All the reasons to play third guard's OP. Yeah, it looks like red just has way more on the field. It's overall really little on both sides, but still, Bowser got the better trades. Goes up to a 59. Like, really, it's an atrocious battle here. Yeah, both sides. I think so many casualties on either side. So many casualties on either side. Insane. Look 4 coming in here. Another Stook 4 joining in the north. J8075 on the hunt for the Guardia. Trying to get one flag back at least for Oermen, but even one flag is not enough. 11 minutes on the clock. What do you do now here as Oermen? Is it time for a Hail Mary push somewhere? But even, like, that's another issue with infantry divisions like this. Like, similar to 300 seconds, you just don't have offensive tools. Yes. 120 seconds, so you kind of have to use your artillery to achieve that, or your air force, but air force obviously is really hard against what he's up to, so... up against. So, yeah. We have that, and Guardias firing around here. L2 to get the kill. Will we finally see some more tank action over here? In the Part 43 and the half track. Oh no, there's no other tanks remaining here. Okay, but Oermen surrenders. Game number 1. After Bowser goes 2,700 to 2,000 kills and just pushed him too deep there. And yeah, it shows that even if your division on paper is good against the kind of division that Bowser is playing, it's still 122nd versus 3rd guards armored, so it's just not a good pick there. It's just not. S2 getting some kills here. Yeah. Nice statistics here. really hyped for this. And here we go. And I forgot to to unpause it. Here we go. On the left side, in blue, we have Mr. Bowser, the boring meta player, as we all know, playing 2nd Infantry, Indian head. Boring allied infantry meta player. And then on the right side, we have the cool guy. We have Mr. Oermen. We have Oermen with 30 VDB. Bringing in the flavor into this game. Bringing in the best division that is out there. Like, basically, even if he loses here, I will give him the points because he picks 30 VDB. Like, that's just pure shutness out there. And obviously, everyone knows that 30 VDB makes you a better person playing it. Yeah. So here we go. 30 VDB versus 2nd Infantry. And let's see if we see any memes from either side. Let's see how the infantry fights go. Because 30 VDB has really strong CQC infantry, but the infantry of 2nd Infantry is also not that weak. And if you can get a bit more medium range infantry battles, or you can get your rangers into good engagements, and you can get some good CQC map engagements on Orsha as well. Obviously, we all know Shermans beat T-34s, especially. Sure, A1s are a bit weaker Shermans, but against 43 models, they're pretty strong. So yeah, the 43s have to be hiding from the Shermans a bit. And if they ever take the engagements, then it should be something like this, like 4 against 2. And then on maybe medium range. Then you stand a chance of getting a good trade. In the meantime, Engineers and Flamers push through down here. We're still playing with the Scout Spirit mod for everyone who just came in. That's why all the units are having their cover as their colored background, instead of the shield that you have in vanilla. Yeah, testing it out a bit, seeing how people like the visuals and maybe want to give it a try themselves. Yeah. T30 over here, helping out against the T34s. We're engaging with Sherman. T47 comes in, gets the bombs onto the T34, gets 1 killed, but IL-2 37 is coming in. If it keeps line of sight, could get a double kill here. Line of sight breaks on the second one, but still gets the first one killed. So IL-2 37 starting to get its money back. And Oermen already up to 59 as he got into this section of the map with his half tracks, with his Tankudas and Nickies. And yeah, El Bowser pushes over here as well. Basics, flamethrowers, rangers, all sitting around. Oermen engaging with his Maxine. And over here, T-34s engaging as well. In the north, we have a heavy infantry fight as well. Flamethrowers plus basics. This is 3-dash and mountain squads. Not actually really good, because basics are the focus. Like, General Nigis would have wiped out the flamethrower first. If that would have been the focus, then they would have won. But, like, either good micro or lucky push there by El Bowser, not quite sure which it was. It was on purpose that the basics were there really in front. But, yeah, that made him win the fight, because that means... No, it made him win the fight till the Yak-9T came in. Obviously, a really good player in hitting ground targets, thanks to its 37mm. Because, yeah, Flamers behind basics deal good damage, but obviously Flamers die pretty quickly if they're the frontline unit, and especially against Sergeant Nickies with all their PPSHs. So, nice positioning there by a Bowser, but doesn't help you if you get struck by this amazing, lovely plane that is the Yak-9T. Another reason to play this division. We have really good fighters that are pretty agile as well. Only issue at the Yak-9T is bad resilience. Like, speed is also okay, it's also not amazingly fast, but really, like, if it would have medium resilience, it would be one of the best planes out there. With bad resilience, you still have to be a bit more careful about it. Like, head-ons against a Focke-Wulf are still not really that well in your favor. If you get really lucky with the 37mm, you can even win those, but we rather don't do that. Meanwhile, Dejan Nickies down here, engaging the flamethrowers. Oermen getting helped out by Dalias. 60mm mortar. Trying to get some kills, but it's already under fire as well by the Guardias now, so not good positioning there. And the basics, as they are disheartened units, getting pushed back relatively easily here. And the mortar half-bots and 234s really putting extremely pressure on here, and it looks like Oermen is making El Bowser crumble. El Bowser now sending in his Gavi. And in head-on, the Yak-9 team will lose. Both sides taking a bit of damage. Can Oermen now out-micro Gavi? No, he just leaves it on an attack move, and that ends badly for the Yak-9T. Gabi stays in the air, but the crowd is where 2nd Infantry crumbles heavily right now. Yeah, the all on every part of the map pressure from Oermen was pretty nice. I'm a bit disappointed we didn't see the smoke off map. But I guess on Ocean North you don't need it. You have enough terrain for your Desert Nikis anyway, in your Tanko Desert Nikis. So you don't need the extra smoke, the extra cover from the smoke that allows you to like maybe get another lane of attack that you couldn't usually use, because you have already the towns, you have the forests over here. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good map for third guide, for third year VDV, and the T-34s did as poorly as expected against M4s, but the infantry fights went heavily into favor of Oermen. That might lead to a really quick game here, because it's already 19-5 here. And that might show you guys that even without smoke off map and without being completely cheesy with it, this division is still quite considerably good. And yeah, might show you that I'm not just an amazingly good player, that I actually might play good divisions. And that's the reason why I win ranked games. And yeah. But yeah, third year VDV is a lovely division. As I said. And Rifle Early is now coming in on halfbacks. The others from T-30s to try to push back, but there's just so many dug-in units here all around that El Bowser has to dislodge again and find first. I think also getting killed. Gabi trying to strafe, but not really getting there either. And just south is just completely overrun. Like, there's no way that El Bowser gets back in here. There's just no way. It looks like Oermen is taking game number 2 here. Like, oh, can Bowser come back here? Like, he can't make it through the south. So he has to at least get, like, these 2 flags in the north. And then I guess he has to somehow make a super heavy push in the center, because that's obviously the weakest part of Oermen, and like grab these 3 flags plus maybe these 3 or something, or like town, like something like that, like make it all happen through here, and then start to try maybe get some good trades. But he is sunken cost fallacy is here is at display. I'm losing there, so I have to try to rescue the situation, so I invest more points. It's a really big problem in the playstyle of nearly all Steel Division 2 players. Like, at some point, we all fall for it. We are like, oh my god, I'm losing there. Shit, I have to save that. I have to push it back to a 12-12, but losing more ground here doesn't mean anything at this point. You lost your flags, sure, but you can't lose anything else. So don't invest here, where getting back is super hard. Invest here. Try to get pushed back there. Like, obviously this game would be most likely lost even if he would push here, but investing in here is just absolutely pointless. Investing here gives you maybe a chance of coming back. Like, but like, that's not a super heavy critique, it's just like something to show up that you might want to think about when you play yourself, if you fall for it sometimes. And I'm pretty sure you fall for it sometimes. Like, most Division 1 players fall for it sometimes as well, so... and if you don't fall for it at any times, sign up for a league and get yourself a couple of dozen or a couple of $100. Easy as that. So, yeah. Basics and Rangers coming in over here. Now he goes for the middle, but it's only 2 minutes on the clock. Nikis and Maxim's engaging over here. Rangers trying to come in. But there's just too many 30 VDB units all around the map. Rifle's getting hit. But isn't it the other way around? You beat him first and he beat you back? Isn't he the hero? Isn't he the Super Saiyan and you're just the evil Vegeta? Or like, don't know. E47, like you're the evil guy that is like super basic and you beat him with just raw power in Third Guards Tanker, and he is the bit edgy guy that has to find his inner strength, and after playing 122nd and struggling with himself, he finds it in his inner peace and plays 30 VDV and gets there. Isn't that the arc here? Day 6 sitting around here. E30 coming up over here, getting killed off. You liked Vegeta more than Kakarot? You didn't like Kakarot more? Ooh. And then, yeah, okay, half-track's pushing through here. 19.5 it is. 1 minute 20 remaining on the map. Sniper versus Guardias. Getting over here. But yeah, Sniper isn't getting engaged by quite a bit now. Somehow still holding out because they're 2-star veteran C snipers, so hey. Yeah, Oermen achieving full-on breakthrough now. I mean, obviously Bowser had to try to send everything in here trying to get through, but setup was just too good at that point already because too much was invested down here, and then in that time, Oermen completely stabilized the center as well, and yeah, it's just over here. Like this is classic 30 VDV gameplay, like better than I played most of the time because I just invest too much into air, and then just let the enemy actually come back a bit because I don't finish him off on the ground, but Oermen did it better than I do most of the time, and yeah, really good show of how 30 VDV can play out, how to beat something like Second Indian Head, which is a pretty strong division with it. So, GGVP here to Oermen, securing himself 1 point, getting it to a 1-1 tie in this series. And means... what? That means we get another game in here. Oermen versus Bowser. 1-1 tie. GGVP to both players. And nice games from both and like nice victories. And yeah, that means we are finished with that series.